Someone you're missing is going to be reaching out to you very soon, and this is part 2 of that reading. You have the World upright, the Nine of Cups in reverse, the Seven of Pentacles upright, the Ten of Swords in reverse. You have the Three of Pentacles upright. By the way, I'm a born gifted clairvoyant, psychic medium, and master tarot card reader. So with all of that being said, I'm going to give you multiple different interpretations into this reading. Okay, so you felt a split in yourself because you kind of had this confusion in you for a long time, mentally, emotionally. Not for this person specifically, this is some kind of other relationship surrounding you in some sort of way. It's something you committed to. It could be your career or an actual relationship, but you don't feel happy or fulfilled. Okay, so what I'm understanding so far is you were not in a good place mentally, emotionally, physically, or even spiritually before this encounter happened when you did meet your twin flame. Listen, with this reading, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. It can be for the collective, but I am reading these cards calling out to someone specific. So if this reading does resonate with you, don't be afraid to reach out to me. With all of that being said, let's continue on with the reading. Okay, so you're keeping everything bottled up inside. You're isolating yourself from everyone, loved ones, friends. And with the Three of Cups, it's telling me, don't tell everyone about your personal life. And you're not telling everyone about your personal life. Now, in one sense, yes, that's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing because you're overly isolating yourself. It's not a good thing for you to continue on into this, okay? And this Seven of Pentacles is confirming that. So it's not just me telling you, it's not just your conscience telling you, you're also getting this from the reading. Again, your reading is telling me that you can't continue on into this cycle. You need to try to tell at least one or two people what's going on. And honestly, a reading can help bring clarity, insight, and direction, but there's more to be said here. So let's continue on, and I'm going to pull some more cards. Your next card to add to this deck is the Sun in reverse. The other message that's coming in, and it's going to specifically call out to who this was meant for. You and your entanglement was not purposely planned. It wasn't anything when it began, but the commitment, the connection, and emotions are there. Okay, so I want to dive into that for a second a little bit deeper. So the spirit is telling me, meaning there wasn't enough chemistry or attraction to start with, and then you both jumped into this faster than honestly what was in front of the both of yous. You didn't even realize it. And again, this is because of these complex choices, sacrifices, and reality checks that have to be made. So I believe that is a third message that's actually coming in, and we're going to go a little bit deeper into that now. You made these complex choices without even realizing, and I hope you understand that, and I'm here to help bring insight into whoever this message is meant for, but we need to go in a little bit deeper. Your next card is the Knight of Cups. Okay, so this card confirms you've known them spiritually, consciously, and physically, so take that however it resonates. Your next card is the Seven of Swords. Okay, you have a lot of toxic energy coming through. You're avoiding information, and I feel like you are avoiding information on purpose, meaning that you're avoiding the truth. You're in denial. There's things that are literally in plain sight view and you don't even want to know them. Even if this person was to come in and tell you like, hey, there's something I need to tell you, you're avoiding this information completely and you shut them down. You don't even want to know what's going on. It's like you want to be in this dreamlike state right now. Okay, I understand why. They made a habit into ghosting you because they don't want to get hit with accountability. They told you it's your fault, it began, but it takes two to tango. So keep that in mind. The King of Cups in reverse. Again, who this video lands on, listen open-mindedly, please, to your reading, because this was meant for you. Accountability is coming up for the both of yous. There's trauma going on back since childhood. Your healing wasn't going to come from this person, okay? So let's talk about that for a second. You were looking for something, anything. It didn't have to be a relationship for healing in all types of aspects, but you did find restoration in this relationship when it came in, and this is part of the reason why you've latched on. Now, that's not a bad thing. This person is a twin flame, but there's a lot of deeply rooted problems, webs, entanglements. There's a lot of trauma going on. But let's put that on pause for a second and let's go in a little bit deeper. Okay, so the spirit is confirming with me your healing isn't going to come from this person. Now, this person can be a vessel used, but they are not the answer. This person is not going to heal your depression. You need to open up your mind right now and understand. First, stop. You need to stop so that you can heal and restore and have renewal. You both need to have accountability, especially you, and there is forgiveness coming up that you need to start having an open mind to and accepting when it comes to your family. Okay, so you've been asking for like a savior, the spirit is telling me, for help or a sign for your mental and emotional health. Yes, it's not good right now, but neither is theirs. Oddly, this was the time you were meant to cross paths. That's why the spirit guided you to each other, because it is a time right now, very strong, sensual, tranquil love that does come from all of this trauma and toxicity. So we have the Five of Cups and we have the Soulmate card as your final two cards. So this reading can get really confusing really fast. So let's bring this back for a second. You are not on talking terms with your soulmate right now, and there's a lot of toxic energy that is surrounding you, and they came in at a time where you're both going through this time of needing this healing and renewal, okay? But that's why the universe keeps bringing their energy back towards you. So your healing wasn't meant to happen specifically from this person, but it was meant to happen with this person so that you can wake each other up. You're looking for someone to save you out of this darkness, okay? And they swooped in during a time when you wanted to throw in the towel, and this is part of the reason why you feel like they, specifically them as a human being, are your answer. They're not. They are a vessel that is meant to be used not just at that time to wake you up, but even now for your future. I know that you're tired of saving yourself, and every time you've tried, you haven't gotten as far as you needed to. Every time you've taken those 5 steps forward, you've always felt like you're going backwards. Every time something good happens, something negative is always interfering. Now, listen, it was meant for that corruption to come in, especially now when you were finally feeling that happiness again, to wake you up to the bigger picture here. If this reading resonates with you so far, please don't hesitate to reach out to me either by text message or DM.